Goodness gracious. When you think you're hot stuff, you think you got it all under control, you don't. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you're on YouTube, click the alert notification so when I give more tips like this, you'll get notified. So this video is a little bit different than every other video that I've done thus far. The real reason I wanted to make this video is to talk about pre-qualified versus pre-approval. So being pre-qualified usually is a pretty simple process. You say, hey, I'm thinking about buying a house, and you go out and you get a lender on the phone and you say, hey, I'm thinking about buying a house. And they say, oh, what do you do? How much do you make? What do you got in the bank? Based on these numbers, we guesstimate that you should be able to afford XYZ amount of dollars to purchase a home. And that is being pre-qualified. And, you know, it's very unofficial. It's very ballpark. It's exactly that. It's a ballpark estimate. Just based on what you tell them on the phone. Now, if you want to get pre-approved, now that requires you to get serious about the process, jump in and submit some paperwork, things like bank statements, and fill out financial information forms telling them exactly how much you make, how much you have in the bank, how much you have in assets. So they really dive in a lot of times to get pre-approved. They might ask you to look at tax returns just to get a better idea of what your financials were for the last year or even two, depending on how you get paid, whether you are a salaried employee or 1099. Those are kind of some of the biggest differences between being pre-approved, between being pre-qualified and pre-approved. So, in the end, what is better for you? Well, it all depends on how serious you are about purchasing a home. If you're just out kicking the tires and you're saying, well, I kind of sort of thought maybe I'll buy a house. So then you go and you get pre-qualified. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're like, yeah, I'm buying a house by next fall, by next school year, by July, so we can get settled before the kids start school, whatever. If you are all in saying like, we're going to buy a daggum house sometime soon, my suggestion would be go and get pre-approved, submit the paperwork, have someone tell you exactly what you're capable of affording. As I pick up this crap hole of a house right now. But the other thing too is when you have that pre-approval, they'll give you a letter, they'll make it nice, put letterhead on it, and they'll say all these wonderful things like Mr. or Mrs. whoever you are is qualified for XYZ dollar amount. Sometimes they'll put the rate that you're qualified for on there, which makes my job as a realtor a little bit easier because then I have it in writing and I don't need to call the lender to see exactly what the rate is when you go to put that offer in on that house, baby. Pre-qualified, pre-approved, two different things. Don't get lost in the shuffle. If you're serious about buying a house, go ahead and get pre-approved. It'll be the best thing that you can do for yourself. It'll speed up the process. It lets sellers know that you're serious about buying the house and that you are approved to gain funding to purchase the property. Goodness gracious. Well, there it is. Yes, I showed off my filthy house right now, which I need to clean before my wife gets home. Goodness gracious. So make sure you guys check out the page. I have a bunch of great videos. If you've never bought a house before, so you're a first-time home buyer, make sure you check out this video right up top. I don't know which side it's be a little pop-up thing right up there. Make sure you check that out. I go through and I break down exactly what it takes and what the process is like if you're going to buy a house, especially if you're a first-timer. If you're an individual who's bought a house in the past, but it's been quite some time and the game's changed a little bit, you know, now you got things like iBuyers and there's websites like the Z Word. I won't say it because I can't stand them. Go give your life a Zestimate. How about that? But if you just feel like you've been out of the game for a while and you're not quite sure, you just need a quick refresher to figure out the process all over again, check out the video as well. So if you have any question whatsoever about real estate, buying, selling, whatever, check it out. I'm here to be a resource for you. And if you need some help, some assistance, just watch away. This is me walking around my crap hole of a house after, I was like, quote unquote, single dad in it since like 3 o'clock. Come on. I ain't got nothing on these single moms that do this full time every day, all day. Good gosh, I don't know how you do it. I'll be cleaning this house. It's 7:42. I'll be cleaning this place till 9 o'clock tonight. And then maybe I'll eat dinner. Then take this filthy shirt off. Take a shower.